Hi, I hope you're doing well. So the other day I was from school and then I came home and then the kids are usually excited to see you and want to tell you how their day has been, the kind of encounters they had and all that kind of stuff. So after we've talked and all that, sasa like walikuwa to like in the sitting room and then they were watching cartoon. So the others were watching from the TV and then the younger one was watching from the phone because they wanted to watch something different that wasn't of her liking. So as she was watching the cartoon actually was not like God-based, like Superbook or something like that. It was more like a moral story kind of cartoon. So I was there resting, seated next to her. And then she's like, Mom, God anakuita. I'm like, God is calling me. And then she's like, can you ski? And then the seriousness of her face. And I was like, anasema nini? Like, what is God saying? What is he saying? And then she's like, mi sijui. Lakini najua God anakuita. So I was like, okay. So I took my bags. I went upstairs, freshened up, and then I went to my room and I sat. And I'm like, Jesus, a child has told me that you're calling me. Understand? So I am here. I am here to listen to what you're saying. So I sat down and I was there. And then for a while there was this silence. And so as I was seated in silence, a song dropped. I don't know much about that song, but like I knew a few words, like 3 words from the song. So I looked for the song in YouTube and then I started singing. And then in the middle of nowhere, things started dropping. Like I started getting some revelations and all that. So after all that session, I was seated and I was telling myself, a number of times we have been having promptings, because if I sit and remember so well that morning before I went to school, I had a nagging, but I couldn't place it, and then it wasn't like something so severe. It was just a slight nagging, and then I couldn't place it. So I was like, okay, fine. I just brushed it off. Come back, I was missing out something. It's the same case like currently. Most of the times, the little things that we ignore, and those are the things that carry much weight for us. We tend to just assume and think, you know what? After all, hainisumbui sana. You understand? So, kuna wale wase wenye like they've given up on God. Not because God is being unfair, ama so many things, because you know when you have chosen God, he will show you his will for your life. And at that time, umepatiwa syllabus yako. Wewe ndo unawezana na hiyo syllabus. Like he can't give you something that is beyond you. What is making it critical for you to handle it? It's because you never prepared and say like, God is so unfair. And there are people who have been having promptings that they need to make it right with God. God is like prompting you to small things. Nakuskuma, kuja. And what you're doing, you're just ignoring and just assuming. And for me, actually, that day, I was so remorseful. I was like, God, I am sorry. I am sorry for taking you for granted. Like it's like I'm growing so familiar to a point where like, say, be careful of the tiny things, the small things.